We begin with a shocking Kli Yakar. Honestly, you must see it to believe it. And the Kli Yakar tells this to us in Perek Gimel Pasuk Beis in Sefer Bamidbar, right at the beginning of Parshas Shlach. He quotes the Yalkut Shimoni, the horrible tragedy that was the sending of the spies into the land, and when they returned with their damning report about the land of Eretz Yisrael, the words the Torah used was Shalach Lecha, send for you. What does it mean, send for you? Rashi says, Shalach Lecha, that if you decide to send, if you deem it necessary to send spies, then okay. However, I am not pro this. That's why it's Lecha, but Hashem wasn't on board. The Kli Yakar, like we said, citing the Yalkut Shimoni, gives a different pshat in Shalach Lecha. Shalach Lecha, Anoshim is the next word. Send for you men. Says the Kli Yakar, this entire axiom that the Torah is using, this phrase is Lecha Anoshim. Send for you men, but according to Hashem, send women. Women would be better spies. Quote, Lecha Anoshim. Avol Adaiti, send Noshim. The source for this, the Kli Yakar brings, is our Parsha. Women loved the land of Israel. The Bnei Slavchad stormed into Moshe Rabbeinu's office, slammed down their hands on his desk and said, we want a piece of the land. Our father died. It's not fair. Give us a portion. They said, Tenu lanu achuza. Says the Kli Yakar, that's because they wanted a piece of the land because they loved the land. The Torah is clearly distinguishing that these women and the women of that generation had a basic ahava for the land of Eretz Yisrael that was somewhat lacking in the men. Continues the Kli Yakar, and that which you love, you will not talk bad about. Therefore, it would have been better to send women. What an important idea. Rabbi Sachs uses this to springboard into an entire discussion about how to be mechanech one's children, how to give over the Messiah properly to one's kids. See, a person will always find what they're looking for. What they're looking for is often what they love, what they adore, what they want to find. Some people that are on social media say that it's the worst thing in the world. They hate being on it. All it is hatred and negative talking and people just stating their own opinions while putting other people down, while other individuals say they love it. Some people say that it's great. They go on and they understand things and they learn things and they talk nicely with people and people are so encouraging. It's clear that people find what they're looking for. I had the great merit to speak a couple minutes with one of the greatest educators in the world right now, the great tzaddik, Rabbi Greenwald, who is the dean of Maor Seminary. And I took that opportunity to ask him, thank God we had just had a baby girl, and I asked him, well, how do I do chinuch now? What can I do to make this baby like being an Orthodox Jew? And his answer was shockingly simple. He said, do not try. No, let me change that. You can try to keep the world out. In fact, we must try. However, it's much impossible. The kids, they're going to see what they might see. And whether that's through their friends at school or things in the street that we cannot control, that outside world that was previously unable to invade the circles of Judaism is now very much in our circles. But what we can do is we can teach them to love it. He summarized with one sentence: just make your house a place of simcha. Teach your kids to love Yiddishkeit. That Yiddishkeit and being a Jew is the ultimate zichus, and there's nothing better in the world. And no matter what they see, they won't be interested, because they're always going to come back to what they love. From this shocking Kli Yakar to this wise advice from an expert educator, it's clear that our main focus in our chinuch should be to create the best and most enjoyable ruchnius experience for our kids.